So it is glam it yourself time, and today I'm going to be showing you how to spice up those winter tights a little bit by adding some fun prints to them. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you will need, some tights, of course, but you can also use leggings for this, and I'm using brown and gray, but you can use whatever colors you'd like. And then you will also need some fabric paint, and I'm using Martha Stewart Wedding Cake, which is just a white color and then rose chrome. You'll also need some paint brushes and some craft punches, which you can get at Michael's or Target, and you can use whatever shapes you want because these come in all sorts of shapes, but I'm going to be using hearts and circles today. And then the last things you'll need are some index cards and a pair of scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is cut the index cards into fourths, and we're going to be using these pieces to make stencils to cover the legs of the tights, and you're going to need about 12 to 13 for each leg, and then another 12 to 13 for each leg on the back side. So once you're finished cutting, you should end up with a bunch of little pieces like this one, and then you can go ahead and take your punch and just start punching away, and this will create a little stencil. When you're finished punching, you can arrange the stencils on the tights however you'd like, and then we can move on into the painting part. So just squirt the paint out and take your paintbrush and start filling in the little holes. Now when I was doing this, I found that going around the edge and painting towards the center created the best and the most accurate shape. So that's what I would recommend doing, and just make sure that your brush is always moving towards the center of the stencil. So just continue this all the way down the leg of the tights, and then once you're finished, you can move over to the other side, arrange your stencils, and then just keep on painting. Once the front side is finished, I'm going to let these dry for a little bit. They take a few hours to completely dry, and in the meantime, I'm going to move on to the second pair of tights. So for these, I'm going to be using a circle stencil, and I'm going to make little polka dots on these tights. So I'm just punching away here. So for these tights, I'm going to be using the rose chrome paint, and I really love this color. It's just awesome. It's so beautiful, and it's not like an in-your-face metallic, which I really love. So same exact process as before, just arrange the stencils on the tights, and then you can start painting. Once both legs are finished, I'm just going to set these aside to dry and then move back to the other pair of tights and work on the back side. So just doing the same thing on the back side, and you just want to make sure that the front is completely dry before moving on to this, because you don't want to smear up the work that you've already done. And then you can move on to the other pair of tights. We'll finish up the polka dots here, and then we'll be good to go. And once everything has dried, you will be left with super cute printed tights like this. So that is it for my DIY video today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm actually wearing one of the pairs of tights that I decorated right now, and then I have two other ones. You can customize your tights and you can use any colors you want. And I think this is just a great little winter project because I feel like a lot of us are wearing tights during this time of the year. This also works on thinner tights as well, so you don't need to use the knit ones for this to work. So this pretty much works on everything. If you use a more sheer type of tight, like a thinner material, then I would recommend sticking like index cards in between so the paint doesn't bleed through to the other side. So you can just like stick the index cards into the legs and it'll kind of like protect them. But with these, if they're like thicker, then you don't need to do that because the paint won't bleed through. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, and be sure to send me photos if you try this out yourself. You can send them to me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I will have all of my links down below. If you send me pictures on Twitter or Instagram, use the hashtag missglamorazzi, and I'll be able to find your pictures and like them and comment on them on Instagram and stuff, and I'll be able to retweet them on Twitter. So yeah, I hope you all are having an amazing day, and I will see you guys later. Bye!